Hello, Internet. My name is Calvin1. You could call me the Cringe Man. So surprise YouTube video today. I am making a comic book video. This is something I don't normally do. It's kind of similar to like the Pokemon videos. I want to make more about comics as well. I don't think I mentioned that in the live stream, which if that isn't public, then I am sorry. I'll make a video pretty much addressing what the live stream was. But you could also go on my Instagram, which is linked on the like little description, and like not on this video, but like in the bio thing, it is linked, so you could go there, see the live on there. Because I talk in the same way. It's a whole thing. But anyway, I went to the comic book store today, and I got some goodies. I also got a gift from my dad from there because he bought it. But let's go over the stuff that I bought. This cost me about $10.39, somewhere around there. So, I've never been a big fan of the X-Men series or franchise, particularly the comic books. I have seen some of the live-action films. I thought it was fun. Me and my mom watched them while we were sick, and we just got bored, I guess. But anyway, we have, I'm pretty sure, the first issue of X-Men, the early years. Wanted to get this to get more into the history, and I think it's based off of First Class. We got Gambit and the Externals. Pretty sure this is also another first issue. I just wanted to get the first issue so that way I could get more familiar with it, but that's probably not a good idea. I got a DC Mertico, I think that's what it's called, but it's called Sandman Mystery Theater. I know this is a first issue for a fact. I liked the sort of style of it, and I did not realize it was a DC project. And then we got Cable, the first issue of Blood and Metal. This is actually one I really wanted to get because I want to get more familiar with X-Men, and Cable is so far one of my top favorite characters. So yeah, I got a comic book box. I'll probably go over all the comics I have in there, but I also have others in different boxes that are also unwrapped and boarded. I probably should have bought some. And now, let's get into what my dad bought me. I looked at it a bit earlier, but I never really got into it. It is, let's see, so it's Penguin Classics Marvel Collection, The Amazing Spider-Man by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, an introduction by series editor Ben Sanders, and forward by Jason Reynolds. This looks really cool. I heard about it. And on the back it has one of the panels from his origin story. This is really cool. I actually never expected to get this. I kind of wanted it, but I never really talked to my parents about it. My dad just bought it for me. And I'm super excited to open it. Examine it. Maybe I'll even read you a couple stories because I am also wanting to read more books around you guys. No joke, I'm actually thinking about reading books or chapters, maybe doing some book live streams. And oh, this feels so soft. No joke, this is one of the softest feeling books I've ever had or ever felt. And I'm not counting those fuzzy journal books because quite frankly those are kind of hard. Anyway, ooh, this is a nice feeling. And ooh, okay, so we have Doc Ock and Green Goblin. Or Dr. Octopus if you want to be a stubborn B-word about it. Okay, let's go to the very back. And we have, I know this is Elektra, but I'm pretty sure the other guy is Vulture. I don't fully know. But this is really cool. Let's look at side. Jeez, it's hard to focus. There's some like... Anyway. So let's see. Writer-editor Stan Lee from 1922 to 2018 and artist Jack Kirby made comic book history in 1961 with the Fantastic Four issue number 1. The success of its new style inspired Lee and his many collaborators to develop a number of superheroes, including, with Jack Kirby, the Incredible Hulk and the X-Men, with Steve Ditko, the Amazing Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and with Bill Everett, Daredevil. Lee oversaw the adventures of these creations for more than a decade before handing over the editorial reins at Marvel to others and focusing on developing Marvel's properties in other media. For the remainder of his life, he continued to serve as a creative figurehead at Marvel and as an ambassador for the comics medium as a whole. In his final years, Lee's signature cameo appearances in Marvel films established him as one of the world's most famous faces. Steve Ditko, from 1927 to 2018, began his comics career in the anthologies of the 1950s, where his unique style quickly earned him recognition and respect. He was recruited in 1958 to join Stan Lee's Atlas Comics, which was later transformed into Marvel, where his talents for expressionistic caricatures contrasted well with Jack Kirby's gift for widescreen style spectacle. In 1962, in the pages of Amazing Fantasy, Ditko and Lee brought to life Peter Parker, the Amazing Spider-Man, changing the industry forever during the same period. He also co-created with Lee and plotted the first adventures of Doctor Strange. After leaving Marvel in 1966, Ditko drew the Blue Beetle and Captain Atom for Charlton Comics, the Creeper and Shade the Changing Man for DC Comics, and Mr. A, an independent creation whose black and white version of morality reflected Ditko's own political philosophy. Ditko returned to Marvel during the late 1970s and remained there for much of the 1980s, co-creating Speedball, The Masked Marvel, The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, and other prominent characters. Jason Reynolds, an award-winning and #1 New York Times best-selling author, Reynolds' many books include Miles Morales, Spider-Man, the Track Series, Ghost, Bettina, Sunny, and Lou, Long Way Down, which received a Newbery Honor, a Prince Honor, and a Corita Score King Honor, and Look Both Ways, which was a National Book Awards finalist. His latest book, Stamped Racism and Anti-Racism and You, is a collaboration with Ibram X. Ibram X. Kendi. These are weird names. Reynolds is the 2020 to 2021 National Ambassador for Young People's Literature and has appeared on The Daily Show with Trevor Noah, Late Night with Seth Meyers, and CBS This Morning. He is on the faculty of the MFA in Creative Writing program at Lesley University and lives in Washington, D.C. You can find his ramblings at jasonwritesbooks.com. Ben Sanders, or Saunders, I think it's Sanders, is a professor of English at the University of Oregon. He is the author of Desiring Donnie, Poetry, Sexuality, Interpretation, and Do the Gods Wear Capes, Spiritually, Fantasy, and Superheroes, as well as numerous critical essays on subjects ranging from the writers of Shakespeare to the recordings of Little Richard. He is also curated several museum expeditions of comics art, including the record-breaking multimedia touring show Marvel Universe of Superheroes, a retrospective exploring the artistic and cultural impact of Marvel Comics from 1939 to the present. So that's about the people involved with the Spider-Man character, like his creation and how Marvel Comics are. And it also, like I said, is about the foreword and series editor. Or introduction, I guess. Now, we could go into the Amazing Spider-Man, which is like this pretty much article, or this third page, and then Penguin Classics, Marvel Collections, but I don't think anyone wants to really go through that. I have Spider-Man collection books. I got like 2 or 3 of them of different stuff, but you know, there's a series introduction that's, holy wow, very long. And then you have the forward, which I will not read for you guys. So yeah. I will not read the forward and none of that, because that would be very, very long. Holy wow, there's so many introductions in here. Holy wow. Okay, now it finally gets into it. Okay, so I wonder what's the last book they mention here. So it looks like before, it also includes a bit of history in here, like some ads and some history stuff. That's all I'm going to get into. Again, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to this very cringy video, because, again, I do not do scripts, I do not edit, none of this, and I'm not paid. And also, remember, I got a bunch of X-Men comics, so this is not all about Spider-Man. Sorry for being a slow reader. I'm just not used to reading, I guess. Well, though I am, but I guess not reading out loud. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Bye-bye.